for Wake Up with Witcher. Here's meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center.
Believe in experience. Believe in consistency. Believe in the wisdom that can only come with time. At Farm Insurance, we're proud to celebrate 75 years as Tennessee's insurance company, doing right by our neighbors and always being there when you need us most. After all, we don't just believe in Tennessee, we believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
All right, good morning, everyone. It is now 7 o'clock, getting us started on this good old Monday morning. Live look there in Union County. We do have a little bit of fog showing up. We do have mostly cloudy skies. I-40 and 275 near downtown Knoxville running smoothly this morning as the kids head off to school. We're currently in the 60s. We're on our way into the mid-70s as they head home from school today. A little bit warmer weather on the way today and for the rest of the week. If you've been on social already this morning, you probably have seen a little bit of that forecast. Of course, I'll continue to post on social media, and we'll talk more about that here this morning as well. Everybody say good morning to Stella. She followed me back into the studio as I got the kids off to school this morning, and she just was like sitting there trying to jump in my lap. I was like, well, Stella, guess what? I guess you're just going to join us on the broadcast here this morning. So she just is like, come on, Dad, I want to be on TV too, I guess. So here we are. She'll probably get down here in a second, but we'll see how long she lasts. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the almanac from yesterday. We were in the 60s and 70s. The only average spot was actually Tri-Cities. The heaviest rain was in Crossville at over half an inch of rainfall, but that was about the extent of it. When you look at the rainfall from yesterday, it was just kind of, and even this whole weekend, just a trace for the most part. It was kind of that dreary, damp, overcast, gray kind of a weekend, and I think that's the way it's going to be. Well, not really going to be. I think we're going to start to see improving weather conditions here as we head through the day today and through the rest of the week. All right. Live look there at the satellite and radar here this morning. And again, nothing showing up on the radar so far. But again, a little bit of light rain, some light drizzle is possible. The winds are light here this morning. That's allowed some of that fog to form. And the thickest fog is going to continue to be, well, across parts of the Southern Valley, Chattanooga and the Southern Cumberland Plateau. So our upper level low is on the move. Get on out of here. We're tired of you. Cold front's going to be approaching from the west, not going to really do much. Actually, what it will do is bring us more sunshine as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Not to mention bring us some warmer weather. We're going to be talking much more about that, of course. And when you look at this low pressure system and how it's just kind of rotating its way on out of here, still some lingering showers. Heaviest rain is going to be across the mid-Atlantic, West Virginia, all the way down to the coastal areas of North Carolina, where they could pick up, Norfolk could pick up over an inch of rainfall here throughout the day today. But again, here locally, all the way through Wednesday night, not a ton of rain is in the forecast. I do want to share these river levels once again. The great news is I've been sharing these all weekend long for obvious reasons, but they are now back down to relatively normal stage in the Pigeon River. Pigeon River is still running high, but definitely not dealing with the flooding there. Now, we still have some minor flooding with the French Broad River in Newport. Water levels continue to come on down, and that's really going to be the story through the rest of the week. So the water is continuing to recede, which is good news. The power grids are slowly coming back on. I know Katrina said she's been without, I think you said, Katrina, what, 3 days you were without power, 2 or 3 days you were without power. So again, the grids continue to come back online, which is great news. And big shout out to all the linemen and all the workers trying to get everything back to some normalcy. Of course, some folks, it's going to be a very long time. And this was an incredible storm. And as I mentioned before, thoughts and prayers to everybody that was affected by the storm in one way or another. All right, let's pick up our future cast here this morning. Again, can't rule out a couple of spotty showers here throughout the day today. Not expecting a lot of activity, but I don't think it's going to be as dreary and damp as it was yesterday. I think the cloud deck's going to lift a little bit. And so not quite the same as Saturday and Sunday, but still a chance for a few spotty showers. And I think by the end of the day, we'll start to see a few peaks of sunshine, which would be nice news to see because it's been a while since we've seen some sunshine around here, and I need some sunshine in my life, and I'm sure you do too. Rainfall amounts through tonight. Again, you're going to see not a ton of rain is anticipated through the day today. Temperatures start off in the 60s. We'll climb to near 70 by lunchtime, and our goal today is going to be back into the mid to maybe a few pockets of upper 70s, so a little bit more seasonable weather on the way. Average high for this time of year is now 78 degrees. Remember, temperatures have dropped pretty quickly on average anyways. through the entire month of September. It is the last day of September. Can you believe that? October 1st is tomorrow. Like, where is the year going? 74 by 6 down to 66 by 10 o'clock here tonight, so no issues there. When you look at your temperature trend, we're trending on upward. Yes, the ridge of high pressure is going to be building its way back in. As I mentioned, average high is 78. We'll be pretty average today and tomorrow, and then trending a little bit above average as we get into our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, Saturday and Sunday, temperatures come back down. But that's all associated with another cold front or a potential cold front that could be heading our way. I'm going to talk tropics here for a second, okay? I know a lot of folks the chatter's been out there. Of course, we got fall break coming up next week. A lot of people are going to be heading to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, as well as Alabama beaches. As they do so, well, all eyes on the forecast because we still have a 50% chance of a cluster of thunderstorms of a low-pressure system forming down in the Western Caribbean to move its way into the Gulf of Mexico. Very similar setup to what Helene was as the timing and kind of what's been playing out in the atmosphere. However, we've been stuck at a 50% chance for the last 2, maybe 3 days. And so it's not really, the confidence is not there, but we'll see how this all plays out. The point of the story is a low pressure system is going to be forming in the Western Caribbean, and it looks to move its way into the Gulf of Mexico. What it does from there, there's so much unknowns, and I know a lot of you have probably seen a bunch of stuff on social media. I've posted, hopefully efficiently and responsibly on social media. There are some irresponsible social meteorologists is what we call them, posting a bunch of stuff on social going, uh-oh, here we go. I don't know. There's so much discrepancies in the models. The models are not in agreement at all. And so we can't go in with any sort of confidence about what really could happen. But I'm going to give you my best bet based on what I know right now, and what I'm thinking is a low-pressure system will start to form and work its way through the Gulf. I don't anticipate it at this point of the game to become too terribly strong, maybe not even a tropical system. We'll see. But it does look like that low is going to be swinging. Look at the timeline, too. This is Saturday, October 5th, okay? So this is this upcoming Saturday. That's when fall breakers begin. That's when fall break really begins for a lot of schools and school systems, not just here in East Tennessee, but of course across the country. And so what I'm thinking is that a trough is going to come on through, and that's going to drag a cold front through the area. If this scenario takes shape the way it's trending, possibly, that means that low is going to be moving its way right over Florida and scoop its way right out into the Atlantic quickly. So it doesn't look like it's going to be a major player per se. But if that trough is a little bit slower, then that low has a better chance of moving its way a little bit further to the north, closer to the Big Bend of Florida, and maybe up the Appalachian region. So, as I mentioned, there are a lot of discrepancies, a lot of unknowns with this forecast right now, but that's a possible scenario is what you're looking at. So when you look at your rainfall forecast, I'm going to keep the week dry, and I'm actually going to keep Saturday and Sunday dry for now. I don't think this cold front's going to have a lot of moisture with it as we get into the weekend. What it is going to do is drop our humidity, but I just don't think it does. Now, subject to change, we'll get there. As the week progresses, if I need to add a few chances for rain, we will, of course. But it doesn't look like a whole lot of rainfall over the next 5 to 7 days around the area. So, your dew points. This is the other side of the story. So, if that cold front comes through, based on some of the latest model guidance, it should drop our humidity levels considerably, which would mean our dew points may fall even lower than 59 degrees on Sunday. But 59-degree dew point with temperatures in the 70s feels pretty darn nice. And with the first weekend of October right around the corner, of course, you got the pumpkin patches, you got the corn mazes all opening up, and all the kids are going to be doing that, of course. It should be, so far, a good weekend to do that, kind of planning ahead. If you're doing a staycation, the Witchers are doing a staycation. We're not going anywhere. But anyways, I want to continue the story here for a second because I've had a lot of questions on social media saying, hey, this seems very unusual to see this kind of hurricane activity. And the answer to that is absolutely not. It's actually very common and usually happens every year. When you look at September is our most active month, actually, for hurricane season. Because the peak of hurricane season is September 10th, and this is when the ocean waters are the warmest. This is when the wind shear in the atmosphere is less than any other time of the year. So this is our most active month. when it comes to tropical systems. And notice the Gulf of Mexico. We do have an area in the Gulf of Mexico that is more likely to form a named storm. So that's the area of concern, and that's what happened with Helene. It was a Category 1 and then quickly ramped up as it got into those very warm Gulf waters, minimal shear in the atmosphere, and so that allowed that storm to form. The best location is, again, off the coast of Africa, moving its way through the Central Atlantic, the Western Atlantic, and up the eastern seaboard. So this is also the time of the year that we can get these to curve up the east coast if they do form out in the Central Atlantic. So something to kind of keep in mind. But as I mentioned, we are in peak hurricane season still. And so September 10th is the absolute peak. This is based on 100 years. And we typically get a lot more named storms than actually hurricanes, but we still do get quite a bit of hurricanes this time of the year. And the season ends at the end of November. So we still have, because you got to realize that the oceans, it takes all summer long for those ocean waters to warm up. And so that's what we've been talking about. Hey, if you're new to the platform this morning, good morning. Thanks for joining us on Wake Up with Witcher. If you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, there's a lot of folks on social that I've reached out to that were commenting and posting and reposting things that I was doing. And then I'd reach out and say, hey, do you happen to have the app? No, I didn't know you had an app. Well, there you go. Now you do. The East Tennessee Weather app. It's all weather all the time. It's super efficient. It's super easy. And it's updated all the time. And also, this is a great time to tell you that, listen, if you do have the app and you're getting ready to go on fall break, right now is the time to put in the other location that you may be going to, whether you be going down to Destin or wherever it may be. And you can put the location in there with the app itself, and it will keep you up to date on information going on in your vacation location. And then when you're on vacation, you come back as you're wrapping up vacation, you come back to the daily forecast weather updates on the app itself, and you can find out what's going on here at home super easily and efficient. All right, so we sure hope you had a great weekend. Let's go to the chat and say hi to everybody. Of course, we will get to dancing here in a little bit. Kimberly, calm your horses here. But I hope you had a great weekend. It was a lazy, if you weren't doing a bunch of cleanup work, it was a very lazy, dreary, damp weekend. Hopefully you got a chance to do it. We went and saw a movie on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday we went and saw a movie. We saw Wild Robot. Really cute movie. Great movie for the kids. If you have kids, I highly recommend the movie, and I think the parents would like it too. Great storyline. Oh, happy birthday, Sandra. How are you? Big shout out to Sandra this morning. 65. No way. No way. I'm catching you. What's up, Carol? How are you? Stella, everybody. Oh, she always finds like the most comfortable spot she can possibly find. It doesn't matter where it is. She's looking at me going, you talking about me? You talking about me, Willis? She is a cute dog. Let's see. Hopefully y'all have a great day. Let's see. I'll never do the rain dance again. The part is it was insult to injury as we had a stalled out front that led to a lot of rainfall before the tropical system even came in. That was the story with that. It was just a rare phenomena of how that all set up, and it was just, not a good situation at all. And there's still a lot of people. I was talking to a buddy of mine who lives in Asheville, North Carolina. He said the whole arts district is just destroyed in Asheville, along with so many communities over in North Carolina, across the southeastern U.S., and of course right here in East Tennessee as well. And so the cleanup efforts will continue. I posted on social media, there's a way that the city of Knoxville is raising money to help the flood victims. So you can go to my social media pages, Mike Witcher TV, or also East Tennessee Weather. I just kind of scroll through it. I posted that yesterday, I believe it was, where you can donate. And of course, I'll post again if I need to. Or if you need some more information about how you can help the flood victims, I will surely share that to you. You can email me, mike@easttnweather.com, or message me on social media as well. But yeah, it just breaks my heart to see these kind of weather events take place. It happens all the time across the world, every single day, but it just never is easy to deal with one single bit, especially when it hits home. When it happens in another part of the world, you're like, geez, that's terrible. But when it hits back at home, it takes on a different feeling for sure. And this is our own backyard. These are our community members that are now without homes, now without farms, now without businesses. But as we do every single year, we will rebuild. We will come back stronger. The people of Newport and Upper East Tennessee will be much, much stronger after this event. And we're here with you. So if you need anything, you reach out. If you're joining us from Upper East Tennessee and you were affected by the flood, reach out. I'll do anything that I can do to possibly help you out. Brandon needs some sunshine. Yeah, Krista, that flood was absolutely mind-blowing. Oh, thanks, Tammy. I appreciate that. Amen to that, Pat. Let's see. Sharon says, good morning, Mike and everyone out and about today. Please be careful driving and watch out for broken roads and highways and debris that may still be scattered about. But we'll get it all cleaned up and we'll do much, much better. You're welcome, Eva. Thanks for joining me on social all the time. And of course, on YouTube. She's always saying good morning, good evening, good afternoon on YouTube. So I appreciate that. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go smash that subscribe button and like button, allow notifications. So anytime I do go live, you'll get that notification. But of course, if you have the East Tennessee weather app, you'll get that notification as well. So underneath some sunshine to dry the ground out. It is soggy, like muddy, super duper muddy. The whole yard is just like saturated. Ugh, awful weekend. Not just Cocke County. I mean, it was all the way up into Upper East Tennessee. You know, Roan Mountain Community, Irwin, all those places. There you go, Laura. Highly recommend it. It's a great movie. I actually really liked it. I told Janelle, I was like, I would see that one again. And if you go to Oak Ridge, it's cheaper, especially if you get a matinee. It's like $40 versus like $70 or $80. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure they are. They're just taking donations. The city of Knoxville is. So again, go scroll through my my Facebook page and you'll be able to find that. Carcane. I'll just leave that one there. Oh, Selena. We are definitely praying for your mom. Was she just diagnosed? Man, I hate to hear that. All right, we're going to move on and have some fun. All right, Kimberly, Katrina, anybody else want to dance? You can go ahead and start dancing. All right, today's national holidays. The last day of September, September 30th, 2024, Orange Shirt Day. Well, we know we can represent Orange Shirt Day, but what does that actually mean? I don't know. Let's find out. Orange Shirt Day promotes awareness about the Indian residential school system still impacting Native American communities in the United States and Canada. Known as the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, the day honors the children forced into Indian boarding schools. In addition, the day also remembers those who never returned home. Very good there. Great day there. National Love People Day. Aww. Love you all. It's National Hot Mold Cider Day. I love me some old cider. National Mud Pack Day. Go put a mud face on your face. Wait, what? We got enough mud outside. Maybe you just don't have to use the chemicals and just actually go outside and just put some mud on your face. National Mud Pack Day. National Chewing Gum Day. All right. I love chewing gum. I don't know about you, but since I was a little kid, I've always put in multiple pieces of chewing gum in my mouth. I cannot just do one piece. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I do it. Just one piece never seems enough. Even if it's like bubble, yubba bubba, hubba bubba, or bubble yum, or anything like that, like the big pieces, I still put two pieces in my mouth. Even if it's like the smally minty kinds, I still put 2 or 3 or 4 pieces in my mouth. I don't know what it is, and then I don't know about you, but I can't chew gum for very long. I don't know, my jaw gets tired, and I'm just like, okay. And I think it loses flavor fast. My wife could actually have chewing gum in her mouth probably a good chunk of the day, like the same piece. I cannot do that. I've got other friends that can do that. I cannot do that. I've got gum in my mouth for about 5 to 10 minutes max, and like a big old piece of gum, and then I spit it out. Good morning, Aaron. How are you this morning? Oh, good luck today, Tom. You taught her to choose like a cow and make her spit out. That's funny. Oh, my goodness. Let's see if there's anything going on the interstates this morning. If you are getting ready to hit the road, doesn't look like we have any accidents around town. It seems like we're playing out. Everything's doing fairly well. That's a live look there at Merritt Road and Interstate 40 West. This would be, I believe, west or east of, let's see, where's Kodak? Oh, there's Kodak. So right around the Kodak area. So we'll go to the exit 407, Gatlinburg exit. Nice and calm. Not a lot of fog there here this morning, but we do have some patchy, dense fog that has shown up around town. And that's about the extent of it. Let's see if... I don't know where it is. But anyways... So that's all we got going on here today. So a couple of spotty showers, mostly cloudy skies. I do anticipate a little bit more sunshine before the end of the day. And then I think as we get into the day tomorrow, as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, some more sunshine, much warmer weather starts to work its way back in. So it looks like it's going to be a fairly quiet week. And then remember, we're going to be talking about the tropics through the week for those of you that may be heading to the coastal areas for any sort of fall break. We'll be talking a lot more about fall break coming up here, of course, through the week as well, kind of get an idea of what there is to do around town. If you have kids or are looking for something to do, we'll kind of come up with some ideas. There's a lot of things to do, but what can we really do? I don't know. My kids wanted to go to the Big Dig. There's a Big Dig site over in Sevierville where you can actually operate some big, giant machinery. I think that would be cool. Julie's invited us to do that, so hopefully we can do that as well. All right. Well, it is 7:22. We've gone through the forecast. We've done all the things. So I think this morning we are just going to wrap things up. It has been a very long weekend for some of us, but I hope you have a great day. Do travel safely. Say a little prayer if you're a prayer warrior. Say a prayer for our friends and our community members that have been affected by Hurricane Helene. They can use all the prayers if that's what you do. They can use all of them that they can get. Remember to go check out all of East Tennessee weather platforms. Remember to like and share, and keep in mind as I post certain information, if it seems important, share it, because we're talking about this. Some of this stuff is important for community awareness. The good thing is that everything's going to quiet down this week, so the weather's going to be nice and calm. All right, my friends, we sure hope you have a great day. I'll send you back to the 24-hour weather channel if you joined in late and you didn't see the forecast yet. Remember, I do have that on the app with your daily forecast weather updates, but I'll hand it to you right here in a nice little bow in a package right now. We'll see you back here for Wake Up with the Witcher tomorrow morning. In the meantime, have a great day. Be safe. Be kind to each other. As we all know, life is very short.
From the East Tennessee Weather Center, here's your morning weather update with meteorologist Mike Witcher.
Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Sure hope you had a great weekend. A dreary, damp, overcast, gray weekend. And of course, the cleanup efforts continue. The power grids start to come back up online a little bit more. But yes, we are continuing to see the remnants of Helene their way on out of here. Here's the big story. The Helene's remnants continue to zip their way out of eastern Kentucky into the northeast and kind of dissolve itself here over the next couple of days. But a cold front's going to be swinging its way on through. Doesn't do a whole lot. It's going to actually help to clear the skies as we get into the middle part of the week, say Wednesday. But in the meantime, it looks like we'll just stay partly cloudy to mostly cloudy today, and partly cloudy to mostly sunny tomorrow, and then I think abundant sunshine Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And again, that moisture will continue to zip its way on out of here. Not looking at a whole lot more moisture around the region, but can't rule out just a little bit more. A few scattered showers, a few isolated showers, I should say, around town. Not most of us won't get that. And we'll bring you to the local level here in just a second. I want to highlight the river levels again. Pigeon River is down to relatively normal levels, which is great news. The French Broad continues to come on down. Current stage is at 10 feet. So we're just right there at the base of the minor flood stage. Still have some minor flooding ongoing in Newport associated with the French Broad, but that keeps coming down. So this is great news to pass along. And we're really not looking at a lot of rainfall here this week. So that's always good news as well. All right, so we pick up our timeline here at lunchtime. We have some patchy dense fog here this morning. No rain this morning, but as we get into the afternoon, a couple of spotty showers can't be ruled out. Again, on the backside of this low pressure system, starting to get those winds to shift to the west and northwest. And so that's the direction of the showers. Hit miss for sure. I think we do have a chance for a little bit more activity, maybe across the highest peaks of the Smokies. But again, less than a half an inch of rainfall at most, and most likely won't get a whole lot. Through the day today, we start the morning off with temps in the 60s. We'll climb to near 70 as we get into the lunch hour, and forecast highs this afternoon will top out in the mid to upper 70s. So we're going to be a little bit warmer than what we were on Saturday and what we were yesterday, and I think that trend continues this week as well. 6 o'clock here tonight, we're at 74, dropping down to 66 here by 10 o'clock tonight. Our temperatures will continue to come on up. High pressure starts to build its way in. A nice ridge settles on into the area. Saturday and Sunday, though, temperatures start to come down a little bit. There's another cold front on the way. But there's some important information passed along, and we're talking about the tropics. So I've been talking about this for the last couple of days. The National Hurricane Center still, this is day number 3, I think, for a 50% chance of this cluster of thunderstorms, a low pressure system forming, of becoming our next tropical system. 50% chance, that's it. Here's what it looks like. There's a lot of model discrepancy. I've been talking about this on social media because a lot of folks are going to be heading down to the coastal areas for fall break. Right now, there's a lot of discrepancy. Some models have the low forming, some do not. Some have a deeper trough, some do not. So there's a lot of unknowns, and the confidence is rather low with the specific forecast right now. So this is just one model. Has the low pressure system forming, not necessarily a tropical system, but maybe just a low. And as a cold front and trough swings its way into the area, that should help to steer this low over Florida and then back out into the Atlantic pretty quickly. That would be the best case scenario because this would be October 5th. So maybe October 5th, 6th, it swings its way through Florida, back out into the Atlantic. But with that said, we still have a 50% chance of this becoming our next tropical system. So we will keep you posted on that. So make sure you check back in because that's important if you're going to be traveling to the coastal areas. Right now, I'm going to keep the week dry except for today and tomorrow. We've got about a 40% chance of rain today. We'll go 20% tomorrow and then relatively rain-free as we get into the weekend. I'll keep these at 0 right now, Saturday and Sunday. As a cold front swings through, depending on how this all plays up, we may have to tailor some rain chances up just a little bit as we get into the weekend. What we do know, though, is that behind that cold front on, say, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think the dew points are going to drop pretty good, and that means some much, much more comfortable fall weather on the way. We're talking about more seasonable temperatures and drier air, which is going to be great news if that actually plays out. So it's only Monday. We've got a lot of time until we get towards the weekend. So again, if you're planning for fall break or if you're just, whether it be here staying in East Tennessee or traveling, I'll keep you posted. And an easy way to do so is the East Tennessee Weather app. If you don't have it yet, just download it. Search East TN Weather, all one word. I do your daily forecast weather updates 3 times a day. I get your interactive radar, which is great because it gives you current, past, and future radar. Plus, if you are traveling on vacation for fall break, you can actually put in, right here at the top of the screen, there's a little plus mark. You can actually put in the city that you may be traveling to keep an eye on the forecast as you get closer to your vacation. Then when you're on vacation, you can check out the daily forecast weather updates to see how the weather is going to be when you come back to East Tennessee. All right, we sure hope you have a great day, everybody. Your next weather update's coming up at noon. We'll see what the National Hurricane Center does with that cluster of thunderstorms. Does it get stronger? Does it move into the Gulf of Mexico? I'll keep you posted on that. Have a great day.